Unit 1 Programming is what I will be presenting on today. Hello, my name is Zander. Welcome everyone from Team Recruiter Dubai and AQ Digital Solutions. I have recently joined AQ Digital Solutions as a junior software developer, and we have recently been contracted by Team Recruiter Dubai to create an application to their specified requirements. The manager for AQ Digital Solutions in Dubai has assigned this task to me. Through this presentation, I aim to show that I can complete this application. In today's presentation, we will be going over these topics. Team Dubai is a premier martial arts and fitness center founded in 2013 by the two brothers. They offer state-of-the-art facilities, and including professional sport areas, providing the perfect area for training. They have multiple classes per day and hundreds per week. They cater to all interests and all types of fitness that you can possibly want to do. Team Dubai has a family-oriented culture. When you join, you just feel like you become part of the family. They're dedicated, they're also very committed to helping members reach their health, fitness, and personal goals. They have multiple challenges such as these. For example, they have difficulty tracking the athletes and the programs that they make because they manually take names, attendance, and progress, and this process is becoming cumbersome and error-prone as the gym grows and the paper trail grows. Inconsistent data management. The current fragmented system leads to inefficiency and inconsistencies in managing athlete info, schedules, and bookings. Complexity in managing payments. The current system is very outdated since it has to be manually paid, and they manually send out emails to remind people to pay for the gym. And there's also challenges with the reporting and analytics since they're done manually, and it is often time consuming and often inaccurate due to the lack of integration. Also, the calculations for them are done by one or two staff members, so the statistics and classifieds and financial summaries are inefficient and prone to errors. The solution is a management system that has centralized management, which is a single platform that will track all athlete and program info, making updates easier and reducing errors. There's also an integrated data system. Storing all data in one place ensures consistency and easy access for any staff member. The payments will also be automated, allowing for people to just forget about making manual payments. Advanced reporting will allow automatic reports on attendance and finances that will provide quick and actionable insights. User-friendly interface. A simple interface will minimize training time and make system easy for all staff to access. The application is being designed to, the introduction to the application. The application is being designed to help athletes manage their training and competition-related data. Users can input personal information, training details. The application will then provide a detailed breakdown of costs and compare the weight to weight categories to see which competition category you can compete in. We'll also explore Python and its suitability. First, Python is known for its simplicity and readability. Its clear syntax makes it easy for both beginners and experienced developers to read and write code. It boasts an extensive library, which means that many of the functions and tools you need are in one place and right there from the start. Additionally, Python supports multiple programming paradigms such as procedural, object-oriented, and event-driven. This versatility allows developers to choose the best approach for their specific task. Python is ideal for developers for developing spreadsheet-based database applications. Its libraries like Panda and Open Excel provide robust tools for handling mass data and recording records. its versatility also extends to the procedural and more programming paradigms, making it adaptable for various projects. Uh, the code generation process is first it goes to the preprocessor, which handles the directives, macros before the compilation process begins. Then the compiler, which translates the source code into machine code or intermediate language that the computer can understand. Then the linker, which after the compiler has produced the object files, the linker combines these into a single executable file, and then the interpreter, which finally interprets the code directly by translating line by line at runtime. But platform compatibility, Python can be run on most platforms easily without any hassle. Defining the algorithms and programming process. An algorithm serves as a blueprint for solving the problems in an application, such as sorting the data, storing the data, keeping its columns, rows, such as, and it outlines a step-by-step approach. The relationship between programming algorithms and code. The algorithm provides a logical sequence for the steps, which is then directly translated into code. Implementing these steps in a programming language, this allows translation. This is essential as it turns abstract solutions that you have created on paper into executable instructions. The bubble sort algorithm is an example of an algorithm, for instance, is converted into Python code that compares and swaps elements to sort a list. Once written, the code is executed, transforming the algorithm logic into a sequence of actions. It is also procedural. Overview of programming paradigms. There are three relevant for this application: procedural, object-oriented, and event-driven. Procedural, which focuses on sequential tasks. Object-oriented makes the organization software designed around data or objects. Event-driven determines the flow based on events that happen. I will now explain finer details of these three. Well, procedural programming organizes code into procedures or routines which execute sequentially. This paradigm is effective for tasks that need a clear step-by-step approach. In our application, procedural will be used for tasks like calculating the cost and managing basic data in a linear fashion. The bubble sort algorithm is an example of procedural programming that sorts through data through a series of comparisons and sorts. Next, object-oriented programming structures the code into classes and objects which help model real-world entities and their interactions with each other. It also supports key concepts such as encapsulation, which is combining data and methods, inheritance, which is extending the classes with their subclasses, and polymorphism, which is using methods in different ways to adapt to what you need. In our application, oriented programming will help manage user data and functionalities. Event-driven programming focuses on responding to events, making it suitable for applications that need to react to the user's inputs or the system's events themselves. It uses event handlers to manage these interactions, enabling dynamic and interactive application. In our project, event-driven, dynamic, and interactive applications in our project, event-driven programming will also handle the user inputs and actions to move forward. The relationships between these are: procedural is the foundation with its straightforward logic. Object-oriented enhances this foundation by introducing objects and classes which provide modularity and reusability, crucial for managing complex systems. Event-driven synthesizes these approaches, responding to events in a structured manner while utilizing objects to manage state and behavior. By understanding how these three integrate into our in-depth development environment, such as the event-driven integrates the procedural and object-oriented principles. We can see how it meets client's requests. for software that is both structured and dynamic, that efficiently handles real-time interactions and complex workflows. Comparison of the paradigms in the application, integration of the paradigms as well. Event-driven programming works in tandem with procedural object and object-oriented within our application. Procedural ensures that the tasks are sequential, like calculations. Object-oriented programming ensures that data is organized through objects, making the application modular and maintainable. Event-driven then ties everything together by providing interactivity, making the application responsive to our actions. Finally, a direct comparison between these. Procedure provides precise execution of sequential tasks. Object-oriented enhances the application by organizing data into objects, which improves the modularity and maintainability. Event-driven adds interactivity by responding to user actions. By leveraging these paradigms, we create an application that is robust, maintainable, and responsive. The process of writing code and its potential challenges. Requirement gathering is when you understand what the software needs to do, and you usually gather these requirements from the client. Design, this is creating like the blueprint, so the algorithm of the software, including its architecture, database, and what you want to do with the UI design. And then the implementation is actually following through with the design that you have created. And testing is verifying that the code works as intended. Deployment is releasing the software into the production environment and testing, usually, and then fully releasing. Maintenance is just maintaining the software, so updating the software to fix bugs, adding new features, and improving performance if needed. Requirement gathering or requirement understanding is a potential challenge because miscommunication can happen between team member domain and AT digital solutions, so it could lead to problems. So we should probably communicate with them. Design could be too complex, so balancing a detailed design and the flexibility to accommodate any changes that are needed due to such as miscommunication. Coding errors, which would be dealt with by rewriting or fixing the syntax, and logical errors that occur. Testing limitations, it's hard to test everything because you don't know what they're going to do with the system fully. Deployment risks, managing deployment without affecting the current users is somewhat a problem, and maintenance. Writing code involves multiple steps from its start, the steps to writing the code, and its execution. Writing code, developers write code in a chosen programming language using IDE or text editor, converting the written code into machine code. Linking combines the different pieces of code into a single executable. Loading loads the executable file so that it can be used, and execution, the CPU opens the program. Modularity was crucial for this. This is a critical evaluation of the code. Modularity is a very crucial part for managing complex code bases by dividing it into logical models. Readability ensures that the code is clear and understandable, which allows for easy maintenance, updating, and more. The maintainability focuses on how easy the code can be updated, changed, and how easy errors are to fix and how sustainable it is. Procedural, the source code's implementation of the paradigms. Procedure ensures that accuracy in tasks. Object-oriented enhances data organization, and its maintainability, and event-driven boosts user interactivity. These three programming paradigms allow for a smooth process that effective and smooth.